Hi everybody, my name is Moses Sparks, professional wildlife photographer. I'm here for Samy's camera and we're coming to you from beautiful Malibu Lagoon. Today, I'd like to talk about Sony's super-telephoto zoom lenses for wildlife and specifically about this lens. This is the new 400 to 800 millimeter lens. And this is a really exciting new product for a lot of people. And particularly if you're a bird photographer, I think this is going to be your new secret weapon. This is now the longest lens in Sony's telephoto lineup, reaching out to 800 millimeter. And that is a real game changer for people that like to photograph small birds or any kind of animals you just can't get that close to. It's unprecedented reach. And there's a couple of things about this that really make it a special tool for that kind of work. One is the internal zoom design. This lens zooms from 400 to 800 millimeter in such a short throw, it's really just crazy. And shooting something like birds is so much easier with a lens like this than it is with a big prime, because the prime lens has got a fixed focal length. And that means every time you bring it to your eye, you're sort of looking through a straw, and you've got to find your subject in the viewfinder before you can begin photographing. Well, with this guy, you can have him zoom back to 400 millimeter, find your subject, instantly zoom in to 800 millimeters and fill the frame with your subject. That is game-changing stuff, believe me. The other thing that they've done with this lens, it's very, very slightly larger and heavier than the 200 to 600 millimeter lens, but the balance on this one is very different. The weight is now all centered over where the tripod foot is. So even though it's a little bit heavier, to me, it doesn't feel any heavier at all. It just sits so nicely in the hand. And the lens, it's very hand holdable. And everything about it just feels great. It's super solid, it's weather sealed and tough, and this thing is ready for action outdoors. Now, this lens is a little bit slower. Aperture it's a variable aperture, of course, f6.3 at the wide end to f8 at the long end. So it's a little bit slower than the 200 to 600, but everything in photography is a compromise. So with this lens, you're getting about 33% more reach and giving up a little bit of light to do it. Okay, for a little bit of size comparison, here's the 200 to 600 millimeter lens compared to the 400 to 800. And you can see there's not much difference in size. The other lens that is worth talking about in this lineup is the 100 to 400, and that's this guy. Now this lens is obviously a lot smaller and considerably lighter than this lens. But I have found that using this lens with this one, that is a pretty incredible combination, because now you've got all the advantages of this lens, which are the small size, the lightweight, very close focusing. This thing makes a really serviceable macro lens because of that close focusing and the magnification. And when I pair it with this guy, with the big dog here, I've got everything from 100 millimeter in close up to 800 millimeter ultra telephoto covered in two lenses. That is a really powerful kit. And I should mention, you probably noticed I don't have the lens hood on this. It's very cold and it's very windy out here by the beach this morning, so we're not using the hood. That's solving some problems for me. But it does come with a very nice lens hood. It bayonets on and it locks, so you don't ever have to worry about it falling off. And it also has a window in the hood that opens that you can use if you're going to attach filters to the front of this, like a circular polarizer or something. That's the lowdown on this new lens. Sony now has 3 super telephoto zoom lenses, all of them terrific tools for wildlife photography. This is the 400 to 800. And like I say, this is gonna be a real game changer, I think, for bird photographers. So if you're curious about this lens, you can go into Samy's camera, you can try the lens. The folks there are knowledgeable about everything they sell. They can tell you about the lens. You can also rent it. They have a very extensive rental department. So you can rent this lens, try it for yourself, see if it's right for you. And I think for anybody that does the kind of work that I do, it's gonna be right for you. You're gonna love it. So this is Moses Sparks here for Samy's Camera. We'll see you in the next one.